Here's your special edition. So listen, I wanted to talk about Ukraine for a little bit because there's quite a few people that asked me to do this. Now, if you've not heard Jeffrey Sachs, you need to. That dude was like straight up in the middle of it. He knows a lot about it and he's very, very well spoken. So I really appreciate him. Now, the reason that I think that a lot of individuals don't really know about Ukraine, or maybe they don't understand why so many people are against helping Ukraine, is because at this point, Ukraine is very much, Zelensky especially has very much become a dictator. He withheld the elections, which should have gone on. And people are like, well, they were in the middle of a war. How could they do that? Now, what they're trying to do is condition you, right? If now, say you oppose Donald Trump, right? And the big orange man says that we're at war and we can't have our elections. Is that right? Or should we be able to hold our elections because that's our right? Do you understand? So what they're doing is they're conditioning people to go, it's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. They should have had their elections. Zelensky has actually bought up every major TV production. He's tried to block out his opposition. He is basically trying to make it to where he will be the only one that's involved, right? Which is not okay. We don't want that for Ukraine at all. Now, let's take it back just to Crimea and Russia, right? Just to kind of explain things. So Russia allowed Crimea to break off. They wanted to be independent. He said that that's fine. We'll have a treaty. If anything ever happens, I'm coming back for it. Right? So one day, Crimea had such dirty politicians. They all just vanished. We know where they went, but they vanished, right? So Putin came in, they overtook Crimea, and everybody kind of muffled about it. That's not fair. They're not really independent. You're using it as a training ground, but it was left at that. Then Ukraine did the same thing. They wanted independence. Putin said, that's fine. Go ahead. Be independent. But at the same time, if anything ever happens, I'm coming back. Right? So listen, what ended up happening was this. Zelensky decided that he was going to go and run to the UN and say, hey, let us in, And then Putin heard about this and he was like, don't do it, UN. Don't let them in there because I'll burn that entire mother down before I give it to you, right? There's a treaty. Now, mind you, the US has signed treaties where after the Soviet Union, right, kind of all of that situation happened, that we would no longer be moving eastward, right? We've tap danced over every single treaty that has ever happened. Now, this one with Zelensky is no different. So Putin kept hearing all of this, so Putin dropped bombs, right? Biden came in and goes, well, that's not going to be allowed to happen. I'm going to take care of this. And he said, we should have never sent them money. We should have never been involved in that, because if at any point in time, Putin wanted to come back and say, I'm so sick of you guys since 1994, starting with Bill Clinton, trying to take over this area, it would have been over just like that. Do you understand? So you can hate Putin all you want to, but let's be completely realistic. That man has held his tongue quite a few times, when a lot of the time that all they were trying to do was snip it off. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear that Starmer and all of these other individuals, these foreign leaders, are sticking with Zelensky, right? And they're trying to find meaningful and warm talks, explain that to the people that are innocently dying for that war that should have never started in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What do y'all think? Have a good day.